YouTube, come on in. Welcome back to my channel. This video is another guided session where we're building our vision boards based off of our short-term, long-term goals and concerns as we dive into 2022. Based off of my previous videos, you probably know that I am building multiple boards based off of multiple themes, and you may be prepared to do so on your end this video. So let's jump right into it. The theme for the board I'm building in this video is inspired by career goals and accomplishments and matters in that field. And the poster color I chose is green because of money. And as always, you'll need your glue or tape or whatever adhesive you're using, as well as scissors. And then the material you'll be collecting your clippings from. I have 2 Sports Illustrated magazines that I'll be cutting from today, and ironically I figured, because I am so serious about what I want to do in my career and professional life this year, that why not look at it as a sport and a competition of some sorts. So I've already gone through and elephant-eared some pages that I'll be cutting out from, but I want to recognize this issue of Sports Illustrated featuring women of the WNBA and topics covering their profession. So starting from the cover already, I am going to select this written or cut out this written content that says no excuses right on the cover. Put that pen down. And it says no excuses. And I really want to hold myself accountable and make no excuses for myself when it comes to doing what I need to do professionally and for my profession. So that's that cut out. And as always, I try and avoid too much written content so that I'm thinking artistically and energy is actually flowing and being pushed. I didn't elephant ear as many pages as I thought I may have, but here we go. I'm gonna cut out, it's a NyQuil ad, but I'm gonna cut out the honeycomb tool to use on my board. And now here is a photo. Well, it's a photo that was taken that I'm going to use on my board to inspire me to take it to the hoop, to reach for the mark. Or like the saying, shoot for the stars, shoot for the moon, land among the stars. And some more pages are elephant eared. Was this one of former President Obama, his daughter, and a guest courtside? And this photograph will be used because it's purely as inspiration, because President Obama was and still is an inspiration to myself and so many others. Especially professionally, because he's reached heights very few have. My board size is supposed to be 11 by 14. I think that is just shy of 11 by 14. And we're gonna fit what we can on there, but avoiding unnecessary material because the board is a smaller size than the last vision board collage. Here I'm cutting out a photograph of Kobe Bryant with his daughter Gigi, which is just inspiring in itself. I think so many of us were anticipating his mentorship of his daughter and, you know, what would have come of her basketball achievements. And I would be honored to have a clipping of Gigi on my board, inspiring me all year long, every day. May have one or two pages more marked for clipping. Oh yes, here I am, well, to describe the picture, it's almost like a baseball player factory going on. The title is actually Arms Factory. And I'm a fan of baseball. I am. And what I want to clip out here is the home plate area. Good thing it's in this sort of 3D form. That's a circular shape, different than any of my most of the other cutouts. Tighten this right on up. That's that clipping. Home plate of a baseball field, and this picture as it stands inspires me because even though there are multiple bases in baseball and softball for women. The home plate remains the goal. And it's where you start, it's where you end. It's the full circle moment. And everyone wants to make it there. So yeah, as it stands, that is how it inspires me. And I'm tingly already thinking about how the inspiration will evolve throughout the year. And there's a tad bit on the Olympics here. But I didn't elephant ear anything to cut out from that article. But one final photograph is of Prince dribbling a ball. You see that the ball is blurred, but he is dribbling, and it's inspirational to see an artist or in a professional of one field finding entertainment in another. It's a reminder that these worlds do depend on one another. And also because it's Prince. And it's nice. Well, it says something to myself to include or to find inspiration from Prince on this board, to have found inspiration from a clipping of Prince on my last vision board collage. And it says something to me about consistency and multiplicity as well. I hope you follow. Alright. Those are all the pages that I have elephant eared for this publication, but I do have one other Sports Illustrated. We are going to go through this Sports Illustrated, cut out some of those things I have marked. Starting with a knife. I'm going to cut out a clipping of a knife because it reminds me, in my professional work, in my career work, there may be some rejection, there may be some things that sting, and to be mindful of what triggers me emotionally as I'm being professional or working in a professional capacity. And I have come across a photo of LeBron James. And this picture is inspiring to me, very surface level right now. You see him being guarded by 3 opponents. And he has the ball and what to do. And so as it stands, it inspires me surface level, but I'm clipping out this photograph because it's gonna inspire me even more. Like, already, I'm looking at the back of these players' jerseys, and I see equality and group economics, and I recall this being the period in time when the NBA played in Florida during the pandemic, once it began again, and players returned with platforms they support on the back of their jerseys. So I'm already inspired and see my thoughts of the correlation between competition and career. Already seeing that correlation. And it's confirming where my it's confirming my focus. And I'm thankful for that bit of confirmation from the universe. I think this photograph that I'm cutting is the last photograph, and it's a larger size and extremely strong, and I'm gonna have to cut into it a little bit. But it's the photograph of a female athlete. Looks like she's in a boat, holding an oar, posing, and it's a very strong pose. I see the shape of a triangle going on multiple levels, and it's just inspiring and to see. And I think that is the last photograph I'll be cutting out. It's big, but there is some space to play with. So I got my adhesive, glue stick. And a quick tidbit while I do this, so I'm not just in pure silence. When doing this activity, if someone says you're doing arts and crafts, tell them that's not true. You're doing the work it takes to elevate yourself. Okay, now I'm gluing down a photo of Prince. These pictures are getting along. They're fitting onto the board with one another so far. Again, to rewind, I want to say more about the photograph of the woman in the boat with the oar. that photograph also inspires me as a journalist, as a multi-platform journalist. It inspires me to get the shot, to have the eye, and to get the shot. Now, this woman, she may be doing an actual sport, and the photographer was able to capture her emotion, or she's posing and the photographer asked her to pose in that way, or she was posing and the photographer saw the shot and took it. So it's another element of that competitive or athletic jargon that I can apply to what I would like to achieve professionally. Not to take up much more time, because I don't want to take up much more time, because I do want to share this, what I have of the board, before I close out the video. Bing bong. That knife. On a positive tip, the photograph of the knife is also inspiration to stay sharp. Stay focused on your toes. Now, I will say I have a tendency to think next level when building my vision board collages. But in the back of my mind, there are those minute concerns that these broader ideas are based off of, that I am also working to address. So those are all of the cutouts on to the career themed vision board collage. They fit very nicely onto there. And again, this is daily inspiration. So this is to show you the board we completed previously. I don't doubt that I will add more material. Then here is today's collage. And that wraps up this collage. Still to come is a third collage that I may make a video of and share the entire process, or that I may share in another video to come. Communication. Communicate with myself about if you're participating with the vision board activity. If you're not, if you aren't interested, what will make it interesting for you? And as always, what are you reading? Myself, in addition to all of my magazine material that I try and keep up with. I am reading at a very slow pace a Meghan Markle biography, a Hollywood princess. And I'm actually on chapter 7 of 20 something. So, yep. And until next time, be well.